Today's video is part of our trailer maintenance series. This is episode 2, and today we're going to show you how to properly torque and maintain your lugs on a 9K axle. Hey, I'm Kiefer, and this is all about trailers. We're here in the shop today with a Texas Pride trailer. This is actually one of the ones we will be giving away. Check the link in the description below to find out more about that. But this has 9K wheelbarrow axles. Now, this axle may not be the same one underneath your trailer. You may have a Lippert, a Rockwell, or even a Dexter. And the torque specs will be different on yours. Now, to find out your torque specs, you can check the owner's manual of the trailer or anything that came with your replacement axle if you have a replacement axle. Now, on this 9,000-pound axle, we're going to show you how to check and properly maintain the correct torque on your lugs. This is very important. If you do not maintain them correctly, the lugs could loosen and lead to thread damage, sheared studs, or even worse, losing a tire and a wheel. This is very important to make sure these are checked and make sure they are safe. If you just bought a new trailer, you will want to check out your lugs after the first 10 miles, the 20 miles, and 50 miles. This makes sure they're properly seated and tight and snug for the long haul. After your first trip, checking the lug nut torque should be a mandatory part of every pre-trip safety checklist. Make sure to check them every time before you start hauling anything. So the tools we will need are very simple: a torque wrench and a socket. For me, in this case, it's a 1 1/16 socket for this particular 9K axle. Now, you shouldn't use an air impact gun. You may over-tighten and stretch the threads on the lugs, or even possibly break a stud like this one. That leads to a lot more repairs you don't want to get into. Also, a standard lug wrench, like the one that comes with your truck, may not get your lugs tight enough. There's no way to tell the proper torque pressure on these. A proper torque wrench is what you will need. It will let you achieve the exact proper setting of torque you need. So again, a proper torque wrench and a 1/16 socket is all we will need. So stay tuned, and we'll tackle tightening these lug nuts properly after a word from our sponsor, the Trailer Parts Outlet.
So you need trailer parts? Why not shop online? At the Trailer Parts Outlet, you can order everything you need all in one place. Axles, kits, plans, tires, towing gear, and more. Whether you're a wholesale distributor or maintaining your own rig, they've got what you need to get you back on the road fast. Just pick what you want and order. With just a few clicks, we'll send it right to you. It's that easy. Your time is money, so just like that, you got everything you need to get your trailer roadworthy, quickly and reliably. Check them out today.
On this axle, the lug nuts are 1 1/16 in size, and the torque range we want on this axle, which can be found in our owner's manual, is between 130 and 140 foot-pounds of torque. I said it already, but every axle manufacturer makes their axles slightly different. If you've never used a torque wrench, there are 2 sets of measurements. On one side of it is newtons and the other foot-pounds. Our axle calls for foot-pounds, so we need to make sure that we're using the side marked foot-pounds. Depending on how many studs you have, this will determine in what order you torque the nuts. In our case, this is our pattern here. This is what we'll go by. We find this in our owner's manual. But if you don't have the diagram or instructions available, most people will start at the top, scoot over 2, tighten the 3rd one, skip 2, and continue that pattern till all are tightened. So we set the torque wrench between 130, 140 foot-pounds of torque, then tighten the first lug until it clicks. That click lets you know you've hit the setting of torque you need. Now we move on to the next lug, and again, tighten that till the wrench clicks. We're good to go on that one. We move on to the 3rd, the 4th, the 5th, so on and so forth until we are done. Once we go around the whole tire, we go to the other tires and do the same thing. Once you're done, it's time to put up the tools and start hauling once again. Maintenance is never hard, especially if you have the right tools and the knowledge. If you like this video and want to see more trailer maintenance videos on this channel, give us a thumbs up, leave us a comment, and as always, feel free to smash that subscribe button. It lets us know we're doing a good job, and we'll see you in the next one.